Hey, buddy, come on, man. It's starting to stink over here. How about a courtesy flush?
Welcome to the bathroom stall. This is Brad.
And this is Dave. This episode is recorded for the 13th of September 2017.
Yeah, and today we are talking about weird Guinness World Records.
Something like the absurd record, and maybe the not so absurd record, just a random thing we stumbled upon.
Just a random thing, yeah. So a little fact about the Guinness Book of World Records is it actually started in 1955. So it's quite old. Also, that they get 50,000 requests a year for, world records, and only 6,000 get approved.
6,000 records get approved a year.
6,000 a year, yeah.
That is insane. That's something like 16 and a half records a day.
I'm glad you knew that just off the top of your head. Your math is amazing.
Thank you. I did not have a calculator at hand at all.
Yes. Alright, so the first record that I want to talk about is, quite not relative, relatable to this day and age in the modern, the modern era.
The kids of today.
Kids of today, yeah, that's about right. It's the most viewed, or the most popular virtual funeral.
Virtual funeral?
Yeah, so there's this kid in 2005, his gamer name was Snowly. He went on a 3-day binge of playing World of Warcraft.
3 days, like straight, continuous.
Yeah, 3 days non-stop, and he died of fatigue. So,
no way.
Yeah. So
that's insane. Like, did this kid go for bathroom breaks? Did he stop for food?
I wonder.
Obviously not.
It's sort of like that South Park episode where like Cartman calls his mom down and like he proves into the thing like the bucket she's holding. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's nasty, man. Oh, gross. But yeah, what I want to know is, how do you get so tired? Okay, you're not exercising, so you kind of feel fatigued. So you kind of just feel tired, and then you're like, okay, guys, I'm going to go to bed now, and then go to sleep. How did that not happen here?
Absolutely. I mean, he must have the world's most comfortable gaming chair that I could possibly think of.
That's so true, yeah, man. Like, I can't picture sitting 3 days in this chair that I'm sitting in now.
I can hardly picture 3 hours sitting in this chair.
Yeah. So anyway, actually, over 100 gamers visited his virtual in World of Warcraft. They came in to celebrate his funeral.
So what you're saying is over 100 people logged onto their computers, logged into World of Warcraft, and had a online service?
Like a ceremony, yeah. I assume he must have been quite popular in that, area.
Yeah, must have been.
It's pretty cool. Like, I mean, just to get 100 normal people at a real life service is
I was
probably.
gonna say, I wonder how many people were at his normal service besides maybe his mom, dad, and his cat.
Yeah, shame.
Who probably also died because he didn't feed the cat in the 3 days either.
Yeah, he's like in his basement, and now we're getting into stereotypes. I don't want to do that. Let's not do that.
Was he Asian?
Oh, we can't say that.
Okay, let me quickly jump over to mine. Different world record, nothing crazy. Does relate to today because he is obviously still alive. We are talking about Richard Overton. He is currently the world's oldest living World War II veteran.
Okay.
He turned 111 on the 11th of May this year.
All right. So he's still alive now.
Well, I hope so. As of the date, Tuesday, 30th of May 2017. So okay. Hopefully. He could be 112 by now.
Awesome.
Richard Overton. Age
no,
100.
we haven't. There's only one May in this year, you fool.
Yeah. But it could be 2016.
Oh.
11th of May.
Oh, I thought it was 27. Okay, right, I'm sorry. I retract my.
As date of article.
Okay.
So yeah, possibly.
Okay.
He spends his days drinking, smoking, and driving his pickup.
America.
In America. He spent his 111th birthday doing what he loves most, sitting on his rocking chair on his porch, cigar in hand, and enjoying life.
Oh, man.
Yeah. He lives in Texas, so that's quite fitting.
That's when you've, like, peaked.
Yeah. That's when you know.
There's nothing better to do in your day than, like, sit in your rocking chair on your porch, probably looking at a field of corn.
Absolutely. In the house that him and his family built in 1945.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quite some crazy stuff. They go on to say that he served from 1942 to 1945, served all over the world in Guam, Hawaii, Okinawa, Japan, I'm assuming.
Jeez.
Yeah, so quite a... I'd love to have a sit down with that man.
That guy's seen it all, hey.
Absolutely. I mean, he pretty much would have seen your... the whole making of the internet generation, and I don't know.
Maybe he was one of the 100 gamers that visited Snowley's funeral.
Somehow, I doubt that. Looking at the picture, he doesn't look very technologically advanced.
He looks old-fashioned.
Super old-fashioned.
Right.
Collared shirt, veteran hat, rocking chair, cigar, and shotgun.
Get off my property.
Exactly. What more could you want?
Oh, what a life. Oh, man. Yeah, so my world record, just a random one to end off this short little podcast that we do. It's the world's wealthiest cat.
Cat? Like as in pet cat?
Yeah, like feline cat, house cat. So there was this old man in the UK, Ben Ree. He had 15 cats, and most of them died. 14 of them died, and his last surviving cat was alive when he died. In 1988, and he left most of his fortune to this cat.
Did he have a family?
He had children, but he refused to give them money. It doesn't say why, but I assume maybe they had, good education. They've all got their own sort of money. But he left this cat 161 million rand.
That is insane.
Which is $12.5 million.
Do you have any idea how many cat treats that is?
That cat lived out his life, probably catnipped out of his mind.
And stray hooker cats.
Just all over the place.
Doing catnip all over in the lounge, the living room.
Yeah, shame. And then then the cat actually had a 3-day binge of World of Warcraft and died.
Wonder if he was related.
This guy actually left the other small part of his fortune to his gardener, his mechanic, and his plumber.
That sounds like a bad joke.
Yeah.
How do you leave your cat the money, your gardener, your mechanic, your plumber, but fuck your children?
Yeah. It's the same thing though with Ricky Gervais.
Yes, yeah.
He's actually said that he's not giving his children anything, and he's not giving any charities, human charities, any money. He's leaving all of his fortune to animal charities.
I can deal with. I'm okay with that. But Ricky Gervais, isn't he a bit on the vegan side?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway.
What's funny also, he says he wants to do that before he dies. So he can see the chaos that how can you not leave money to... Anyway.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But funny enough that this Ben Ree guy, his sister died the day before him and left her fortune of $5 million or about 64 million rand to animal charities.
So obviously an animal-loving family.
Yeah, clearly.
Hate their own spawn, love the animals.
But yeah, so that's a weird story. I wonder, I assume that the money went to some person or company that has to spend the money on the cat, because obviously the cat can't buy stuff himself.
Yeah. It must go to like I can't remember the name now. Anyway, but you're right. Someone that controls their in a state,
Yeah.
head of a state or something like that.
Mm. Yeah, that's 3 random world records that we thought of that were somewhat interesting.
Yeah, and mine I found running out of time.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next week to do another short little podcast for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you, I don't know, where's this going up on? This is going up onto SoundCloud?
SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook, and then soon iTunes as well.
Okay. So pretty much in all of those, I'm sure you can leave a comment somewhere. Let us know what you'd like to hear, what type of topics you want us to maybe talk about or touch on or not touch on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if we, think your topics is good enough for our podcast, we will give you a shout out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And then a random thought for you, Brad.
All right.
Just to end off this podcast.
Cool.
The early bird gets the worm. But what about the worm that was up earlier than the bird? All that fucker got was eaten alive.
Shame.
Leave you with that to think about.
So what's the moral of the story there? Get up early, but not as early as...
Not too early. Maybe hit the snooze button a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I like it.
Cool.
Anyway, guys, from the bathroom stall, we will see you guys next week.
Cheers.